Let's talk about nervous system and how can you regulate yourself at home by yourself. Today I want to present to you 10 amazing techniques for regulating your nervous system. And they're all great in combination, so you can use them all together or choose one and see how you react to it as well. So without further ado, let's start. If you don't know me yet, my name is Dominika and I'm a hypnotherapist and a psychologist. And I recently created a beautiful journal of self-reflection. If you wish to purchase it, it's available on Amazon. Link is below in the description. The journal is about self-reflection and will help you regulate your nervous system as well, because it contains a lot of exercises and a lot of prompts that will motivate you to regulate your nervous system. So if you are interested, you can read about it below. But let's start with the video. I will start from the easiest to a bit more complex at the end. So I will start with something you can do for free or by yourself, and then at the end I will give you my most powerful self-regulating tool tip. So don't scroll, please stay till the end of the video and you will learn a lot about how can you help yourself in those difficult, stressful moments. Number one, very easy task, grounding. Grounding is so powerful, especially during summer or spring or summertime where it's warm outside. Take off your shoes and walk barefoot. There is nothing better than walking barefoot, grounding yourself in nature, listening to what's happening around you, breathing in freshness and this grounding energy coming from the ground and the earth. Your feet has so many nerve endings that regulate the whole body. In Chinese medicine, these points are called it's like acupuncture really, and also reflexologists use these points to massage. So when you walk barefoot, you naturally massage your feet, and this way you transform signals and you transport signals to your brain, and that regulates your nervous system. It's amazing. I love walking barefoot, and if you have a chance, try it. Second is also free. It's breathing. Breathing is really important. I could talk about breathing on the whole video, but in summary, when you breathe in and you exhale for longer than you inhale, your body thinks that it's safe. Breathing is also an important part on any meditation. In meditation, you close your eyes and you focus on your breathing. If you're paying attention to your breathing, you can't pay attention to your worries or stress. There is so many breathing patterns on the internet you can look for. It could be Wim Hof, it could be any other YouTube video that has, for example, square breathing. There are so many techniques. It all depends on what works for you. So if you want to try breathing techniques, I'll add some links in a box below so you can look into it and try and practice it. Just try what works for you and find the best one. When I'm stressed, for example, I do like to imagine and use my visualization with breathing. So for example, when I inhale, I imagine inhaling all of the goodness, the light, the beautiful healing energy, for example. And when I breathe out, I try to visualize the dirtiness of the breath, all of the stress, all of the tension that is stored in my body, and naturally I inhale light and exhale the dirt in a way, anything that is not for me at that moment, and I let my body relax into that feeling of relaxation and cleanliness and release. And that's why I love hypnotherapy, because hypnotherapy is the depth. You can't go deeper than that into a subconscious mind and go very deep into those rooted tensions and stresses. So if you wish to know more about hypnotherapy and stress and emotional release, about nervous system regulation, do let me know. And this connects us to number 3, which is yoga and meditation. So yoga is more somatic practice. Meditation is more analytical, mental practice with physical breathing techniques. So it all depends what works for you. Yoga, for example, for me, I'm not really a fan of yoga myself, but when I do it, I feel great. But I never found myself being very into yoga, if I'm honest. I found more therapeutic for nervous system relaxation techniques, so breathing techniques or visualization techniques, for example. Again, it all depends on what works for you, but if you find yoga or any type of physical activity working for you and helping you, you found your technique. Number 4, it's spending time in nature. You can do this with the grounding, so you can combine it with grounding, you can combine it with yoga and grounding, you can combine it with breathing, nature and grounding, you can combine it with anything that you can think of. It's such a powerful tool. I read this recently that 6 minutes of listening to birds singing around you decreases your cortisol and your stress level. How amazing is that? It's incredible what nature can do to us. And you probably heard of forest showers. You've probably heard of how good the nature is for you. We are just human beings, we are part of nature, and being in nature helps you. Also, seeing color green as well can decrease your cortisol level, which is incredible. So try that as well, and try to aim at going out at least once a day, or doing a break at work for 10-15 minutes, or even 5 minutes if you can. Just get up from your desk, go out, look at some green, look at the tree, listen to some birds, and come back, and you will feel totally different. Number 5 is practice gratitude. It is important to feel grateful. It's important to feel those positive emotions inside you, and there is always something to be grateful for. You can be grateful for today. You can be grateful that you woken up and you had some water in the morning, you had some breakfast, that you were safe going to work, or you did something fun, or something happened on your way, you met someone, or someone smiled at you. All of these tiny things can accumulate and give you that sense of gratitude and feelings of positive buzz in you. Can increase your happy hormones and decrease cortisol and regulate your nervous system. 6, limiting stimulants. It is so important to make sure that, especially if you are stressed and if you have increased amount of cortisol in your blood, that if something's going on in your life right now, adding more to it, adding more caffeine, adding more Coca-Cola, adding more unhealthy food will only make it worse. Any drinks containing caffeine or alcohol can dysregulate your nervous system even more. So if you can, make a switch to some water with lemon, or herbal teas, or a gentle cocoa drink. Cocoa has caffeine in it as well, so be careful, but it doesn't have as much as a cup of coffee or a cup of black tea. So just keep in mind that if you're stressed, it's better to skip your morning coffee and see how you feel during the day without that hit of coffee. 7, regular exercise. This also can be connected with the nature and grounding, but it's so important to regularly exercise. You can do this through buying a membership at the gym, or going swimming, or going for walks, or making sure that after work or in the middle of work you do have regular breaks where you stand up and walk around, so your body isn't so stiff and your stress levels will decrease. There was a study that I've seen on brain scans and how the brain changes with online meetings. It was 3 online meetings, one after another, and it showed that the tiredness and stress levels increase from the first meeting to the second to the third. It was very deeply shown. I'll try to link that study below. It was very deeply shown to increase a level of stress in your body after the third meeting with no breaks. But there was another condition where participants did have 5-minute break in between those sessions, and that made such a difference in the amount of stress that was stored in the body. So imagine if you were sitting all day at your desk with no movement whatsoever, how your body will feel tensed, it will feel tired, it will feel stressed. And adding this additional level of getting up, going for a walk, or shaking it off a little bit, doing some somatic practice, or just breathing in and out and imagining the tension leaving you, this will improve your nervous system so much more. So make sure that you prioritize your not only mental health but also physical health. 8, I think it's 8. Quality sleep. Most adults need from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Everyone is different, of course, and some people might need less sleep, and that's okay. But if you see yourself getting up from bed in the morning and you feel tired, or you see that your energy is dropping quickly. The reason why you feel those symptoms, it might be that you're not getting enough sleep, or the sleep is interrupted. So make sure that you do prioritize your sleep as well. It's so important. So my 2 favorite techniques, I'll tell you in a second. So the first one, so number 9, is seeking help. So please make sure that when you struggle with your nervous system, you are not alone. You're not alone. You're not the only person who is struggling with it, and it's so important to do ask for help. So if you do need help, whether it's a GP, your general practitioner, your doctor, or it can be a psychologist, it could be a therapist. I offer hypnotherapy session for those with increased stress levels and increased cortisol. So do let me know if you wish to try hypnotherapy for the issue that you have. But so seek support was number 9, but number 10 is my favorite technique. I'll make a separate video about it. It's called EFT therapy, and you can do it by yourself. You don't need any training to do those tappings. So the general description of EFT is emotional freedom technique, is a therapeutic practice that involves tapping on specific points on the body while focusing on emotional challenges or physical discomfort. It's based on the idea that tapping these points will release negative emotion, reduce stress, and help you get back to your normal and stable you. So at first you identify an issue that you have. For example, I feel stressed. And you identify why do you feel stressed. For example, I feel stressed because of work, because of the colleague at work that I can't get on with. And you focus on the negative at first. I was skeptical a little bit at the beginning, because when I heard the negative phrases repeated, I thought, why am I repeating negative thing? But actually, it regulates your nervous system so much, just because the feeling that you have wants to come out. It wants you to accept it, to see it, to describe it. And only when it's described and seen and accepted, and only then you can be released, and only then you'll be able to clear those emotions and put something new in it. For example, positive affirmations or anything you want to increase. We have a few points on our body that you can tap. It's on the top of your head, it's here at the eyebrows, here at the beginning of the eyebrows, at your head here, underneath your eyes, underneath your nose, just on the upper lip here, below your lower lip, here at your areas of your chest. So if you straighten your hand and you put it back, it's just here. It might be a little bit sore when you massage it or when you tap it. And then, so it's the brow section, so you tap anywhere there. It does not matter if you're not sure about the specific points, it will work anyway if you will tap around it as well. It's your wrist, and then your fingers, so you can tap it on the 2 sides of your finger, or you can just squeeze it. Squeezing works best as well. So all of the fingers. And also there is karate point, which is just here, so you can tap this point at the beginning. So normally, if you feel stressed, we can do a quick session right now. If you're not really interested in it, feel free to skip it. And thank you so much for coming here today. And let me know how it went in a comment, and if you've tried the technique. So let's start the technique, and I'll show you how it works. So let's say you want to regulate your nervous system, and you want to regulate it because you're stressed, and you're stressed because of something happened. Possibly you don't want to tell me, which is okay. We can work still with the problem that you're aware of. So when I say something, you repeat after me, and you can tap the same amount of points, the same points as I do. So we do the same thing, just you're at the end of the screen, okay? So let's start with karate point, which is just here, and repeat after me. I see I am stressed. I see it and I accept it. I see that I'm stressed, and I still choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel stress right now, I still love and accept myself. And one more. Even though I feel stress right now and my nervous system is dysregulated, I see it, I accept it, and I still choose to love and accept myself the way I am. Good. So still repeat after me. We'll go onto the point. So tap the top of your head. This stress. I feel stress. You can breathe in and out deeply. The tension in my body. I feel tensed. My body is tensed. My nervous system is dysregulated. I see my body tensing. I see the way I feel. And this is how I feel right now. It's okay to feel like that. I accept the feelings that I feel in my body right now. What if I will let go of this feeling? Is it safe to let go of this tension? Still repeat after me. You're doing really well. Still. Do you think it's safe to let it go? If it is safe to let it go, you can repeat after me. I let go. I let go of all of the stress in my body. Inhale and exhale. All of this stress, I'm comfortable to let go. That's it. I feel comfortable letting it go. I accept myself the way I am. My body is amazing. My body is trying to protect me and save me. I see that I'm stressed. I recognize that I'm stressed. But it's also safe to let it go. Deep in and out. Where do you see the stress? Do you still see the stress? In a scale from 0 to 10, how much stress do you feel? You can answer it yourself. And quick question also is, where do you see the stress? For example, where the stress is in your body and what color does it have? So for example, my stress is in my shoulders and I can feel it being like a dark, like a grey mist on my shoulders. It's a little bit heavy. I can feel it being tense. So now I want you to do tapping again from the top of your head on the feeling and the color and the place where it is on your body. So for example, in my case is all of this stress on my shoulders. You can repeat what I'm saying or you can add your words into it whilst you're tapping. All of the stress on my shoulders. It feels like a fog. I see it, I recognize it. And for me, it is comfortable and safe to let it go. It is safe to let it go. How do you feel? Do you feel like that thing in your body went away? How do you feel about it? I feel already a little bit more relaxed, and just after this few minutes that we've done, I can feel it my shoulders a little bit less tight, which is great. And how about you? What do you feel? Let me know in the comments below. So these were my 10 tips and regulating your nervous system. And if you do practice EFT, you can read more about some links in the description box below. It's really powerful tool, and if you learn about how to do it, you know, and what to say step by step, and you know, use your guidance on what to say as well, and use those meridian points to release those emotions, you'll really have a powerful tool in your hands for free on how to release many negative emotions from your life right now. So let me know how it goes, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I wish you a great day, and hopefully you will feel better after the tapping. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for coming. See you later. Bye.